Thanks for joining us. I'm Victoria Balderrama. We begin tonight with a substitute teacher who has been arrested for having an improper relationship with a student. The Corpus Christi Police Department was notified of an investigation by school administrators in Cal Allen ISD about an inappropriate relationship between a substitute teacher and a student off campus. After gathering enough evidence, detectives arrested 22-year-old Anthony Schultz yesterday. Schultz is being charged with solicitation of prostitution, improper relationship with a student, and sexual assault of a minor. His bond sits at $600,000. And over to El Paso, where police say the 16-year-old suspect accused of opening fire at an El Paso mall this week was shot by an armed bystander. In a statement released yesterday, El Paso police identified armed bystander as 32-year-old Emmanuel Duran, a license to carry holder. After the shooting ended, the teen suspect allegedly began to run and point his gun towards other people inside the mall. That's when police say Duran drew his handgun and shot the suspect, who remains hospitalized but in stable condition. The one-year anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine is less than a week away. Now the U.S. has formally declared that Russia has committed crimes against humanity in its war on Ukraine. Isabel Rosales has the latest.
On Saturday, Vice President Kamala Harris said the evidence is clear, outlining Russian crimes against humanity. The declaration came during the Munich Security Conference in Germany, where her visit was part of the Biden administration's intense efforts to show commitment to Ukraine's sovereignty and unity among Western allies.
We have examined the evidence. We know the legal standards, and there is no doubt these are crimes against humanity.
The vice president's speech cited evidence of indiscriminate attacks that deliberately targeted civilians. It includes the bombings of a maternity hospital that killed a pregnant mother and a theater in Mariupol where hundreds were killed.
Think of the images of Bucha. Civilians shot in cold blood. Their bodies left in the street.
Also in Germany at the conference, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, who echoed Vice President Harris's speech in a statement, saying the determination was based on a careful analysis of the law and available facts.
The solidarity with and support for Ukraine remains stronger than ever. And there is a great determination among virtually all of the countries represented here to continue that support for as long as it takes for Ukraine to succeed.
The U.S. accusation against Russia comes as February 24th marks 1 year since Russia launched its war on Ukraine. I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
The U.S. says it has successfully wrapped up its search for debris from the Chinese spy balloon that was shot out of the sky earlier this month off the South Carolina coast. The FBI is now analyzing sensors recovered from the balloon at a lab in Virginia. But the U.S. says it has called off its search for debris from 3 unidentified objects that were shot down last weekend after they didn't find anything. President Biden says investigators believe those objects were not connected to China's spy program. The Corpus Christi Firefighters Association got busy today. They held a benefit barbecue inspired by a local firefighter battling stage 4 colon cancer. Mark Solis, a 22-year veteran of the Corpus Christi Fire Department, was diagnosed with cancer last August. But notice we said the fundraiser was inspired by Solis, not for him. That's because Solis told the organizer of the barbecue that he doesn't need help. Instead, he wants the proceeds to be used to raise awareness among his fellow firefighters about cancer.
All the money that's raised, of course, is going to go. Some of it's going to go to me. Some of it's going to go to different organizations. We have a cancer awareness fund that we have here that we help with people with cancer research, and that's going to go. Some portion is going to go to that.
Solis says he's grateful for the help of his family and friends. We have his full story on our website, christv.com. And earlier this morning at Sherrill Veterans Memorial Park, the Coastal Bend Marine Corps League hosted an event to honor those who fought in one of the major Pacific battles during World War II. The Battle of Iwo Jima started on February 19, 1945. That was one must-win battle and a strategic turning point in the war. One veteran, Gregory Mazel, says on the 78th anniversary of this battle, he wants people to learn the history and understand the courage it took.
So it played very big. The loss, the potential casualties doing that played very big, I believe, and from what I've read in history, into the decision to drop the atomic bomb.
Dozens of veterans from across South Texas attended today's event to show their support. It was also a big day today for the Moravian Hall in Corpus Christi. As the Moravian Club of Nueces County celebrated its 100th anniversary, it was founded in 1923 for members of the local Czech community. The event also celebrated a dedication to Stanley L. Castoris with a Texas historical marker. A fun history fact here, Stanley L. Castoris was the developer of the land that the Moravian Hall sits on.
The marker, the history of Stanley Castoris, again, has been in the works for many, many years. So it's a culmination of a lot of work and a lot of time, and we think it's time, or it's finally time that he gets his due as far as what he created here in Nueces County.
Attendees were able to enjoy a meal together in honor of such a historical day. You know, Bill, I am ready for some warmer temperatures. Please tell me that I can expect those soon.
It's coming, and I think you're going to have very spring-like conditions coming up.